Bye, baby.
It's
Yeah,
your
man.
What's up, world? It's your girl, Sporty Shorty. And today I had to bring my whole team with me today. In the building, I got Coach Mo. Say what's up to my team.
What's that word?
Of course, I got my guy Blackjack, the biggest Laker fan in the universe.
Lakers in seven. Lakers in seven.
And of course, I got my guy Jay Smiley.
Yo, what's up, world? What's good?
I'm sorry, y'all. I had to change it to public. So we're gonna start with these Laker fans. They have gone down 3-1. I'm not sure if Shannon Sharp can count or not because he said Lakers in 5. Blackjack just said Lakers in 7. What is going on, Blackjack? What is going on?
They got at us today. We
Clearly.
just I think not taking that first game is serious, and then when they stole that one game, it kind of put us back a little bit. But I think coming in their house, they did what they supposed to do, protect home court. I think we got to go back home, recuperate. Still get our game back. Just win one at a time. We win our one, still a game back from them,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully, going forward, we don't play the same five people for the whole second half. We kind of go on the depth chart. I think with Nas Reed coming in the fourth, kind of fresh, they kind of give him a little spark, just some fresh legs. I think we got a lot of good players that need to come off the bench too. Vanderbilt didn't get no burn. I'm still looking for my boy Dalton Connect to play a little bit. I mean, I feel like we got some more talent out there. JJ need to go ahead and extend a little bit. Let one of the bench players play. But we can't have the same five people out there in the second half expect to win against this team.
So why do you think JJ made that call? Because I feel like to
Yeah.
me y'all had to play that team. I mean,
I agree
No,
with
you
you.
got, but your legs get tired. I don't care how good you are, your legs get tired. You're
mhm.
still human. You're gonna get tired. So you gotta still rely on. You gotta get people at least if you get a minute and 30-second burn, just a rest. You gotta sit down. You cannot play a whole second half and think you're gonna be. Those shots will fall short because them knees. You gotta have your legs on you, especially in the
and, and
fourth.
and to your point, when we were talking off camera, talking about LeBron and him not having any points in the fourth quarter, you talking about 40-year-old man playing 46 minutes with them legs out of him.
Yeah,
At least he still gave maximum effort on the defensive end, but his legs weren't in those shots. And I agree with you. I think he felt like he had to stick to those guys because that's who was giving him the most production. But man, if you got a spot sub here and there just to give a guy a blow for a minute and get him right back
yeah.
in the game, do that. So maybe the same strategy with some minor tweaks. But we all know, man, Gabe Vincent and Vando and them ain't really giving them guys nothing. And
Yeah,
and I'm with
yeah,
you. I do want to see DK because at least offensively he can cause some problems to make it a little bit more respectable, open things up a little bit more. These guys just keying in on Luca, and here and there other guys are making plays, but you gotta have that threat of another weapon on the floor.
Yeah.
yeah.
Cause
I
Austin Reeves
agree.
didn't show up to the second half either. He had
Exactly,
zero
because he,
points in the
he didn't
first
score in
half.
the first half, did he?
Yeah, so he showed up second half. He came with it, but you gotta need more on that because Minnesota motivated now. They Anthony Edwards he a little different. He one of the
He different.
ones. So he one of the ones that want to get you up out of here. You
That
know.
boy's a
Yeah,
killer.
yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Anytime you got Ant-Man dropping 40 plus and he's being aggressive at the same time, like I know y'all seen him, he was not backing down from LeBron. So that's a clear
No, he
sign
wasn't.
of okay, like that's scary. Like if you have someone that's going toe to toe with LeBron and he drops 40 plus, that's we've never seen that before. Someone literally like he's going at him, pushing them. They getting real gritty and grimy. Like, okay, are you really about to go and take down LeBron and do this in like an aggressive way? Like, and I'm a diehard LeBron fan, you know what I mean? But to see a young bull like that, like really like insert himself in that position, that's good for the league. That's
I
great
ain't
for the
gonna lie,
league.
you're right. It's real good for the league. It's looking
That's
like a lot of
great.
these young guys are moving the old guys out the way.
Yeah,
It's
I
like a
like it.
changing of the guard we seeing right now before our eyes, for real.
I love to see it. Passing of the torch. I love to see it. And you see, LeBron didn't do nothing. LeBron ain't, LeBron like LeBron didn't really like buck up to him because Ant Man is not backing down. That he's a cold blooded
Oh,
killer,
that
and
man is ready.
but since we speaking on LeBron, he did have no points in the fourth quarter. That cannot happen for the Lakers. So what went wrong? I mean, what went wrong with
The
adjustment.
LeBron?
thing, LeBron, I think he chooses spots, but at the same time, it's like this is what I think. Sometimes I gripe with him a little bit. Be it's like this is where you need to go in like attack mode, beast mode. It's like
Yeah.
this is the time to turn it on. Like we
Mm-hmm.
cannot just have no points in the fourth. Be like, oh, I did good on defense. I got some good rebounds. I got some good blocks here. We get all that, but the offense, you had to be a threat on offense for them to respect it. Because right now they just double team Luka, get out Luka hands, and they think you just gonna make the best pass. They look for you to pass the ball. Like show them that I'm still getting downhill. That I put some pressure on them as well.
Now
I just
he could definitely do that and maybe get to the line. You know, he should have stayed aggressive. But to the thing about Luka being doubled, Luka was being doubled, but there were also several scenarios where he was one-on-one and he just couldn't beat his man. Like, you know, the Mavs talking about his conditioning, maybe this is the point of the season where that comes, you know, it becomes a factor or whatnot. But you know, to what you say about where they went wrong, man, they playing a younger team. And they just got beat by a killer. I don't think they did anything wrong. I think they just lost. I think their game plan is what they had based on who they have right now at the moment. Now, if you want to go back to that Mark
Barry
Williams,
lost the game, so
that's
Barry
what's
lost the
showing
game.
up right now. If they would have had Mark Williams, they would have had a defender, a guy that can get double doubles every night, and you know those are the things that you need in these moments. They're not even playing DK now. I get it. They were like maybe feeling like they overpaid for him at the time, and you got DK, and he's showing a little bit of promise. But a lot of young boys show promise, you know, in the regular season. You know, in the playoffs, they sit for the most part, unless they just got another, you know, level of pedigree in them.
But you gotta let them see it though. You gotta let them see how he feel on that floor. You won't know until you get in the lights yet. I
That's
mean,
true.
I feel like he's a proven scorer, so I feel like he can at least put some pressure on some people. I mean, they letting their guys play in Minnesota. They like, look, we letting everybody play. They're not playing just 5 and 6 people. They letting other bench come in and do their thing. Because
Yeah,
at one
they are.
point you had Julius
Yeah.
Randle and you had Edwards on the bench together. Like they sitting down, or we still got our guys out there. So guess what?
And
When
if you
Anthony Edwards come in and he could drive to the hole, he could double pump on you and get to the lane. Yeah, he still got
right.
fresh legs, but we still sitting there tired from. We can't do that. We just can't play like that.
Now, somebody, I think before we got on, Danielle said something. I'm sorry, Sporty Shorty said something about, you know, what's my man name? Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert only had 3 points, but he had 10 rebounds. He played 26 minutes, and he beat up people, and he made people change shots. He was a presence. Man, Jackson Hayes only played 4 minutes and didn't do nothing. He had 3 rebounds in 4 minutes.
Exactly. He
And
just once he come out, he don't get back in.
And I get it. JJ, you know, may not have any confidence in him right now, but you got to put him on the floor just for the threat of his size to see what can happen. But you playing him 4 minutes, it's just
That
not
ain't gonna
gonna
work.
work. It's not
He
gonna
is the
work.
start, and that's it. It's like, and Gobert won't do nothing offensively for real. You saw plenty of time he missing at the basket layups. It's like he's only there for defense.
He just takes up space. Yeah.
Take a little space,
Sometimes you
but
need that.
Jackson
Guys
Hayes can
got to
still
play a
also
role.
Julius Randle shot. You know, Julius Randle only going to the left. He's not going to the right. So
Not going to the
I
right at
mean,
all.
you know, if you just set that up for Jackson Hayes, he still can block the shot because you know what side he's going on. I mean, it's just little things. I feel like we cannot get out coached now. I mean, JJ, you got a good staff. You got Nate McMillan, and you got Scott Brooks to rely on. So you got good coaching on the staff. So it's like we have to. We still have the unit. Like the game plan was good because we was up by 12 at one point. We was up by 5. I mean, we was up out the game. We was always up in this game. They just came and stole it at the end.
They
But they
stole
did
it
their
in.
part. They supposed to defend home court, and that's what they did. So I'm not even mad at them. I feel like our game plan was working. I feel like we just have our legs just left us at the end when you need those
So,
legs. And when Nas Reed can come in fresh, that just hurts you.
That's what it
yeah,
was.
Nas Reed came in getting buckets. I mean, I think he's like perfect in the fourth quarter for the
Yeah.
whole
He had 3
entire
straight.
series. Like, that's
He had
crazy.
3 straight threes. I mean,
Yeah.
he had fresh legs.
Yeah. for
Well, my
sure.
question to you is: does LeBron take that last shot, or was that a good pass to Reeves?
And based on how Julius Randle closed out, he had to get it out of his hands. If he tries to force it, he might not even get a shot off, or it gets blocked. Like, he was literally right there. I think Reeves just wasn't ready, and he had enough time to take a good shot, but he kind of just threw it up there.
Yeah. Then the call. I didn't like that call at the end either. Like the call for out of bounds. Now we're looking at who
Right.
got fouled. It's like, come on, man, y'all call out of
Okay,
bounds.
that's
And
my
they play
next
out
question.
basketball. It was not a foul like that. It wasn't egregious. It was like, okay, the ball in his wrist. Like that's gonna, you know how they playing physical. They do that every play. So all this,
Yeah.
oh, it really was a foul for real. Like no, you call out of bounds. You say it may be a foul. You call out of bounds.
But
And
that's
that's the
my
Like
next
thing,
come
like,
that's my
on.
question.
Like
Can
we
you do
can't. That wasn't cool to do that. That changed the dynamic of the game too a little bit to me.
It
and,
did.
and that's the thing. Like, I don't understand. I'm about to, do a deep dive into the rules because if the challenge was about whether the ball went out of bounds on him or not, you know what I'm saying? If they find the foul, that's not what y'all were making the call about. That's not what the
right?
challenge was. So at that point, if you see something different, why didn't they just go to the middle of the court and do a jump ball? Why did it have to be, okay, we're
Exactly.
going to award this foul right now? I don't get it.
That
Yeah,
wasn't
I didn't know
cool.
you could do
That,
that either.
Yeah.
but that the case, they only get fouls every play. If that's the case. They're gonna start saying,
But
"Oh, well, I mean,
but do you get that call in LA? No, you don't. They not calling
Mhm.
no foul in LA. They calling that foul in Minnesota.
And just like when Luca was pushing the ball up the court at the half, and I think that was McDaniels that kind of tripped him up, and they didn't call it, so he had to fall on the ground, roll, and call a timeout. Like, I don't know.
that's a
At
foul."
some point in time, officiating does kind of rear itself, in the game at the wrong time. Like, you got to be consistent with how you calling the game,
Yeah.
especially in the
If your feet
playoffs.
get
There's too
tangled,
much
that's a
on the line.
call. If feet get tangled, that's a foul on the
That's the
defender. If your
call,
feet get
and
tangled,
they
that's a
didn't call
foul.
anything.
I agree.
They ain't calling a damn time against Luka Fall. It's like if your feet get tangled, that's a foul, man. They're like you can't. It's like they choose when they make their calls.
Right.
We can't do that. You gotta be consistent.
Shoot, just like in the New York game, old boy got fouled for Detroit. Who was it? Used to play for the Lakers at one point in time. Was it no, it wasn't Caldwell Pope. He over there in Minnesota. Somebody for the New York Knicks, for Detroit, was shooting the ball in the corner with that 1 second left on the clock, and
Oh,
that
you
was
talking
clearly a
about Tim
foul.
Hardaway
But
Jr.
the league had to, yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. used to play for the
He played
Mavericks.
for the Mavericks.
They had to go back and make a statement saying that they missed the call. Like,
But I
don't
tell
nobody
you
want
where
to
he
hear
messed
that.
up at. I tell you where he messed up
He,
at. He went away from the contact. If he goes
exactly.
into the contact, he gets that call. He went away
True.
from the contact.
And
I
you know
mean,
what's funny about that? They tried to make the rule that saying if they force the contract, it's the foul on the offensive player. But I hadn't seen that none this season.
I seen it with the kick leg, but I haven't
You
seen it
seen
the
the
way.
kick leg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot, that's the
The kick
doggone
leg they made
Joseph
that
Brunson
call,
and
but yeah,
doggone
he jumped away from that contact.
Brunson and Alexander do that all the time. That's how they do. They live at the line, throwing their body into somebody.
Yep.
My question is, can Lakers come back 3-1? We seen LeBron do it before.
That was years ago.
I feel like just take it one game just win at home in LA.
You got to chip away at it. You got to chip away at
They
it.
chip away. Just get the LA win first. Don't worry about game. Don't worry about getting it. You gotta get the first one first. You gotta at least get 3-2.
Is the
We
next
gotta
game
get
in
this.
LA?
Yeah, next game in LA.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
next game in LA. They like I said, they did their 2 games in Minnesota. They defend the home court. Now we gotta come back to LA. Get your game in LA. You know what they're gonna do in Minnesota. Go ahead and take it away from them. And game 7 is back in LA.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen teams do this before. I mean, Boston Celtics on their championship run with Gardner and Paul Pierce. Atlanta took them 7. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes you got to get weight. They had to get waked up. Like, okay, this is the playoffs. I think that first game, by not that presence wasn't there, the effort wasn't there, and we got punched in the mouth. Minnesota like got you. We got because only they stole home court back. So
And I
we just
think that's
got
when they
reversed
kind of.
it.
I think that was the turning point in the season right off the bat. Like, you can't get punched in the mouth like that. Not playing with a young, hungry team that's led by a killer. Like, Anthony Edwards saw it as an opportunity. He's like, man, we got a shot. We can really beat those guys. At that point, you kind of comparing the rosters and looking at the top 5 eye to eye, and you like, man, I like our chances. Just give me the ball, and then I find ways to make plays. All I need you other guys to do is contribute. And so now you got, McDaniels had a 28-point game one time. You got Naz Reid perfect in the fourth quarter. You got all these guys that have a belief centered behind the Lakers basically letting them punch them in the mouth the first game of the season. That's where it happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think we got a chance though. I feel like I'm confident that we got it ain't over till it's over. I feel like they chip away at it.
So no
Um,
more riddles. No more riddles. I
I'll
mean,
make it quick.
because y'all
Hey,
had
all dogs go to heaven. Lakers in 7. I'm not worried.
No.
I like
Hey,
that one. I like that one.
I like it.
I
hey,
like
we
that.
going in. I'm not
Yeah.
worried about that.
Yeah.
I'm here. I ain't no band. I ain't gonna jump off the bandwagon.
I got
Man.
one for you.
I,
Timberwolves got live. See y'all in 5.
look, look,
Man, look.
look.
All right,
That's my
since
thought process. I've been up here real quiet because I'm just like the Lakers
You
are
ain't
cooked.
giving up, is you?
Giving up, giving up. I'm just I'm. Hold on. First of all, giving up. We're not. I want everybody to know who's winning it all. First of all, so
who winning it all?
y'all see. First of all, that's who's winning it all right there. That's
That ain't put
who's
y'all on
bringing it
TV.
home. That's who's
That
bringing
ain't
it
put y'all games
home.
on TV.
That's who's bringing it. That's who's bringing it home. That's who's bringing. That's the real champion for starters. We talking about Lakers right now.
Who y'all
Lakers are
playing
cooked.
right now? Y'all on TV?
Man,
I ain't seen
he's
y'all on
seen y'all
TV.
on TV.
What?
I ain't seen the game in Cleveland on TV yet. I don't think y'all even on
What?
TV.
Y'all acting like we're not the best team in the NBA right now.
I'm
What are
saying
we
I haven't
talking?
seen y'all ain't on
Y'all
TNT.
not.
What are we
Y'all
talking
ain't on
about?
TNT, ESPN.
We
Man,
about to
Boston
sweep
winning
the
that East.
yeah, we about to
Boston
sweep
winning
the
the East.
Heat right now,
Oh,
y'all.
that's who
Y'all
y'all
playing the
playing.
Heat? I ain't know y'all.
I'm gonna be honest. I
I mean,
didn't
we
know.
gotta play. I mean, we gotta play somebody in the first round. I mean, I'm just
You know
saying.
what
I
I'm
Man,
saying?
mean,
They
we
have
gonna
not
chip
showed
them.
y'all anywhere. I seen
We
Boston
been
more than I
playing.
seen y'all.
We've been on
Boston gonna
TV.
win the East.
Not
Boston
not
gonna
at
win the East.
all. Not at all. Jason Tatum. We're paging Jason Tatum because that's the only way they're gonna win. No Jason Tatum. No, it's not even gonna be a series. So, but
Man,
don't
them
act like
guys
y'all
Y'all
trash.
y'all
got to get
know. Come
TV
on.
time
Hey,
first.
look,
Get some TV
you
time
saw
first.
what you saw what Tyler
Who
Hero
was
was
that? If I
saying
wouldn't
about
get one
Darius
free.
Garland.
Hey, where your team at, Sporty?
Listen,
That's all right.
listen. My Mavericks took it all last year. We needed a break
They
this
got
year. We just got to get our mind right. You know.
Hey, you know what? They can't erase what you were, huh? They
they
can't
put
erase
y'all
what y'all
games on
were.
Bounce TV, then.
Not the Thomas Shepard. They can't erase what we were. Not the Thomas Shepard from above the rim.
Oh, they can't erase what y'all
Hey,
were, Sporty.
listen, y'all gonna put some respect on the defending Western Conference champions.
No, that's over with. Nah, that's
Yeah,
gone. Just
that's
let
champ.
that. I can't say
Ain't
the
nobody
defending
won
champ
it
now.
yet, so we still got it.
Yeah, but y'all can't defend it though.
Listen,
You
ain't
can't
nobody
defend it.
won it, so we the defending Western
Oh
Conference.
my gosh.
Y'all already deferred because y'all out.
I
Okay,
know it.
then, since y'all want to laugh, 3, 2, 1, Cancun in 5. Okay, since y'all
No. What they gonna say? Y'all saying
Hey, you
pass
know
the
what
tees
though?
like they used to do. Pass the
Let me
tees. I was
y'all
just
finna
saying
be
that.
able to
Pass the
open it up.
tees.
Y'all finna be able to.
That's the key.
man, let me say this before we switch it. So my bad. Let me say this before we switch it. If they lose, I'm gonna be surprised because it's the first round, but I didn't expect them to go, to the championship or anything like that. Man, they got too many holes in the team. I think the Lakers' moves that they made this year are moves for next year and beyond. Like they got too many
know.
holes right now.
I
Well,
don't know.
no, Anthony Edwards did the same thing to KD last year too. So maybe he got a little vendetta. He did KD the same way he did.
He
He swept
definitely
him.
did. And even on them, they need a little bit more too, because at some point, like people gonna be who they are. He's gonna be Ant. But at some point, the same Julius Randle we always been seeing is gonna show up where he not gonna be able to throw it in the ocean. All he gonna do is rely on shooting long threes. Rudy Gobert is not gonna be effective, offensively. And McDaniels is just still he's kind of like that light that's flickering. He has the talent, but it hadn't come on fully yet. So,
Yeah.
Western Conference Finals or something like that, man, they're gonna get put out. I don't think they're going to the championship. I don't see it.
And that team, and credit to the Minnesota Timberwolves, their team is finally healthy too.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike Conley playing that Derek Fisher role from back in the day. He playing like D Fish back
Yeah,
there.
he is.
Just some
Mike
timely
Conley,
baskets. He made them timely
He
baskets
is.
right now.
yeah.
So that's really
Yeah,
good
He
too.
owe it to him because he's been trashed most of the season. He definitely owes it to them right now in the playoffs.
yeah. He been sliding by. He been sliding by all season. Definitely has.
So y'all heard it here first. Blackjack says there will be a game 7.
It will
I
be a game
say,
7.
Game
Hey,
5.
repeat that
I'm saying it
slogan
right
again.
now.
Repeat that
All
slogan
dogs go to
again.
heaven. Lakers in 7. We
It's
in
been a
there.
ball. See y'all when y'all fall. I don't need to go live because it's over in 5.
It's all right. We got King James, man. What they do? Crown me. We got
Okay
the King
then.
James.
What he say?
King James, you know
He's
how King
36.
do
That was 4 years ago.
That's 4 years ago.
it. That's all right. He knows his thing. Luca, a defending champ. Luca knows his thing. He been here before.
And get what
Defending
the
champ.
Mavs did
Luca.
to the Timberwolves last year. Oh, okay.
They
Oh,
had
okay.
size.
No, so
They
Luca
had
know what he
size.
doing too. So Luca got to get at it. So we got a chance.
He getting work right now.
No, we got
All
a
I'm
chance.
saying
We
is,
got a
like,
chance.
I'm holding on for y'all. Shannon Sharp can't count. But I say, hey, you got to 7 now.
We can't
You
speak about Shannon right now.
Yeah,
We'll
that's a
need
whole
that
other show
support.
right there, baby.
Yeah, we'll need that support.
Oh, now y'all want to throw him away. Now y'all want to throw him away. Oh, see how like a fan do your They with you when you see
Hey,
Hey, he's not the
I
one
with
that
Alt right now.
they told him.
I can't miss Alt
He
right
didn't
now.
want to listen. They told him, and he
Get
didn't want to listen.
out! But they say, get out!
Shout out to everybody that saw Sinners this weekend. Anyway, we're moving on to
Oh, yeah.
we're moving on to that NFL draft. We got a Cleveland fan here. You want to kick it off?
I don't know. I'm feeling mixed emotions. We shouldn't have. I'm not sure what their motive was with trading away the second pick. I don't know. I feel like it was something more to that. You literally had Travis Hunter in your hands. Literally had him in your hands.
Yeah.
And then you go and you draft what, 2 more quarterbacks. So you got 5 quarterbacks in your quarterback room right now. You barely kept Myles Garrett, and you don't go and get the best player in the draft. I'm so lost.
Right.
But
Right.
as we all see, Travis Hunter was very happy to go to Jacksonville. The boy was all smiles. So I'm very happy for him. He deserves everything that's coming his way. He's about to be a stud. They got some nice things going on down there in Jacksonville if they utilize all them pieces right. So, but yeah, we definitely dropped the ball. I mean, I'm very happy to pick up Shedeur. Very, very happy. Do I think he should have fell to the 5th round? I don't think he should have fell to the 5th round, but I'm very happy he did.
No, that was crazy.
Yeah, so I'm very happy he fell to the 5th round, was able to pick him up. I think he's going to do good things. I definitely think that was the steal of the draft for us, if I'm being honest with you. So, it happens. Tom Brady went, in the 6th round? I mean, that's the nature and the beauty of the NFL draft is our expectations versus what teams visualize for their team and how they strategize with picking players in certain rounds. Like it all just, it's all a game of dominoes. So definitely very happy to have him on the squad. Yeah. To a degree,
but something about this just felt real different because you look at the draft grade. They're saying that he's the second best quarterback. For most of the pre-draft process, they were saying that he could potentially even be number 1 based on who got that pick. Now when it became Tennessee, it was kind of evident that it was going to be Cam Ward. But you just don't be you're just not graded with an 87 as a quarterback and slip into the 5th round with multiple guys going ahead of you that can't even tote your bags. It just felt real like it was some kind of collusion going on, like they're proving the point. Now to Cleveland's credit, it works for y'all, mathematically when you're talking about the money because of how much money is owed to Deshaun Watson. So you got Shedeur for pennies on the dollar or whatnot. It could turn out in your favor. But I guess my question to you, since you are a Browns fan, who's the day 1 starter? Does Shedeur even beat out Dylan Gabriel?
I think he does. I think I truly, to your point, I truly think Shedeur is top 2 best quarterback in the draft. I'm not sure why he fell to the 5th round. Like I said, that was the steal of the draft, was us picking up Shedeur. I don't know if people are really recognizing that. Remove the fact that he's Deion Sanders' son. The boy can ball. Flat out. He can ball. I don't care what nobody say. Put him up on the field against anybody, and he's going to deliver. He's very agile. He's very mobile. He's always reading the field, no matter if he's mobile or not. He takes contact. I mean, what else? He goes through his progressions very effectively, and he has an arm. You know what I mean? He throws dots. I mean, there's nothing that he can't do on the football field. I think he can get better, which is a good thing. But at this point in time, there's nothing that Shedeur Sanders cannot do on the football field. And I merged that for sure. So I think if he comes with the energy I know he will come with. I mean, we all know who his daddy is. You think his daddy's not gonna make sure he's ready to perform on an NFL field? Come on,
Right,
like
right.
he's been coaching him his whole life, so he's still gonna be coaching him from the sidelines, which is at home or on FaceTime or wherever the case may be. He's gonna be more than ready to step on that field and produce. So yes, I think he definitely beats out Dylan Gabriel. As far as who's the day one. I mean, Deshaun has been the John Wall of the NFL since he signed that check. I mean, we haven't seen him. So, you know, I was very excited to get him. I
It's
was
time
like,
to
oh
cut
man,
ties with Deshaun. It's time to cut them
I
ties
mean,
with Deshaun.
it's time. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, he
He got
definitely pulled a
$230
John
million
Wall.
dollars, so
Yeah, he pulled a
it's
John
hard,
Wall.
it's hard
I
to be
mean,
motivated with that much in your bank account.
Right.
I mean, come on now. I mean, you say it again, please, bro. Thank you. Say it again. I mean,
It's hard to be
like,
motivated.
I
I
don't
think with
want to go to work.
Deshaun, when I saw him not go for one, that was it 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1 y'all had, he just walked on the field like, nah, coach, we ain't going for it. And they pat him on the back. I like, yeah, it's about time to let him go. Like
Yeah, he got the money already. He got the
it's
money
like ain't no wrong getting your money like that, but it's like
for sure.
he just not playing. He just don't want
He's
like
not
if
producing.
anything is going on, he's not gonna play. And that's kind
Yeah,
of what
yeah.
Deshaun
I
going.
I
I
think he's
like what
on
Cleveland did
54.
too. I think Cleveland put themselves in a good position where they have quarterbacks that are definitely expendable. When you got that many quarterbacks, definitely teams gonna need quarterbacks.
Yep.
So when they
True.
trade
Exactly.
talk and get more picks that you need for next year, y'all got
Exactly.
5 guys in the locker room. People definitely want to, give y'all some picks for it
Yeah.
with Cleveland.
Now, yeah.
Now
Now I don't know
I like what y'all
how
did.
marketable. Yeah.
I like what y'all did with the running backs, man. Y'all picked up some tough guys that could go downhill, kind of,
Yeah.
with the same or similar running style as Ford and Chubb.
Yep.
But y'all have to get younger at that position because the guys that you already have, man, them guys stay hurt. So that was a
Exactly.
good move
Exactly.
because
Yep.
having a good running game is something that's going to help build out your quarterback and kind of
Yep.
open up the field for him a little bit. That's the thing that kind of hurt Dallas this year for anybody that's watching as a Cowboys fan. They couldn't run the ball, and you knew that they were going to be throwing the ball, pretty much all game long. Every down was finna be a passing play or whatnot, and you didn't have to
Yep.
worry about anybody in the backfield. So Cleveland addressing that was key. Now, you mentioned Myles Garrett earlier. So Miles said that he was on the road or he wanted to win and play for championships. He didn't want to be on the road to Canton. So he was acting like he wanted to leave until y'all dangle that check in front of him. How you feel about Miles right now?
I think losing Miles would have been huge for our organization. I think just having his presence is something that we could still build around. I really think that he's still a dominant player in the league. He really wanted that money. I think he's on the other side of his career. You know what I mean? He wants the money. He wants the security. We've seen it with Saquon. We've seen it with Christian. We've seen it with a lot of players. You give them that money, they perform. Hopefully, he can continue to perform, increase his level of play, later on in his career. And, actually, like, we can make a push to seeing some W's this season. Because we've had a really, really up and down the past 5 years or so. It's been a tale of two teams. And right now we're on the downside. So hopefully this money does give him some security, because playing for a team that's not winning is already enough. And then you risking your body is even more. So maybe with a little bit of money he could put away, maybe this might be okay. Maybe I could play a little bit more aggressively now. You know what I mean? Not saying he's not playing aggressively, because he's a great player. But these players need to be taken care of too. You know what I mean? They have families and things like that, and they want to be able to pick up their grandkids and they're done playing the sport. So I totally understand that. And baseball is the most physical sport out there. So hopefully, hopefully we see a flip side to that, and we can get some W's this season. But as you all know, we are definitely one of the toughest countries in football. So with that being said, we still have to worry about the Steelers, who definitely are tough. We got to worry about the Ravens. We already know what they're going to do. You know what I mean? They are the Browns 2.0. You know what I mean? So with that being said, it's going to be a battle this year regardless. So I don't have my expectations too high, but I do want to see Shador perform well, and I will be getting a Shador jersey. So with that being said,
I looked at the draft. I looked at the draft this year. If you play D line or if you play O line, this was your draft this year.
Them
Yeah.
boys that was
I never seen
edge
so many people
players.
get drafted from edge,
Yeah,
tackle. I'm like,
yeah.
man,
Mhm.
if you just had 2 sacks this year, you got drafted.
Yeah,
Like
a
Mhm.
lot of
I
teams
understand
are
the league is a
rebuilding.
passing league, but golly, like everybody
Yeah,
took the Eagle format. They just draft
yeah,
all D linemen. Just go. We're
yeah.
going 12 deep, I guess. We just gonna have an O
That's what
line. I'm
everybody.
like,
Yeah,
we're having all the skill. Usually skilled guys getting drafted first round, second round, third round. All the
yeah,
skilled
Right.
guys. You got your
yep,
lineman a little later, but nah.
yep,
The
yep.
whole draft was if you played that position, you sure got picked this year.
Hey, shout out to
Right.
Alabama A&M. They did to get the offensive tackle, Mr. Carson Vincent from A&M.
That
He
was
is
dope.
by Baltimore Ravens. So shout
Okay.
out
That
to
was
you, my
dope.
guy. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
All right.
I like what the Ravens did, man. They went and got some
Yeah,
guys because so they could put some pressure on the ball. They sat back in their zone too much last year, and when it was time to kind of blitz, they weren't consistent with it because it's not, it wasn't a part of their DNA last year. But now it's looking like they're
Mm.
gonna try to get after the quarterback a little bit more. So
oh
that's
yeah,
cool.
oh yeah, Flower.
Man, the Shador thing, man, like I say, it really makes you think. It's real political. Like, what was it? Because they talk about how arrogant he is. You got people in comments saying that he need to humble himself. Like, what does that really mean? We talking about a pro athlete whose most of their identity is as a player is centered around their confidence, and you tell them that he need to be humble. That don't make any sense to me. That's crazy.
So Mr. Keith Edwards says Shador will be Geno Smith 2.0 at best.
That's not a
Yes,
bad thing.
and I was just about to say that.
Yes,
That's
it
not a bad
is.
thing.
No,
That's
it's
not
not.
a bad thing. That's
No,
not a bad
No,
thing.
no, I'm not gonna do
That's not a
No, it's
that.
bad
not.
thing. That's not a bad thing. That's not a
Man,
bad
Geno
thing.
Smith,
You can look at it
somebody,
in
Geno
two
been one
different
of the
ways.
most consistent
Geno,
quarterbacks in the league last couple of years.
I know, but his career got saved at the very end. He
You
was on the tiptoes. Now he was on thin ice, buddy. When they say you on thin
his
ice,
Hey,
he was
that's
on
fake.
thin ice for it. He just finally,
he
he finally balanced out a little
his
bit. It
career
took a
got saved,
while.
but his career got saved, but
Uh,
he still had to perform. So that
he
leads me
Yeah,
still
to
performed.
believe
that been balling.
that that leads me to believe was Geno Smith really a system quarterback like a lot of these other quarterbacks, and he just didn't find the right system in his career. That's what that
Yeah.
leads me to believe because
Yeah,
you
you
can't
saw
play
that. You
that
saw that with
long.
Sam Donald this year. You saw that with Sam
Yes,
Donald.
exactly. You
You saw
can't
that with
play
him
that
this year.
long and then out of nowhere just hit a switch on. This ain't the rookie. You know what I mean? This ain't the movie The Rookie. So you ain't just turn a switch on right then and there. Right, right. Yeah, no, that's not a bad thing for sure. Yeah, it's not a bad thing at all that he's
You
Geno
gotta
Smith
say it ain't a
2.0.
diss. It's a diss.
Ah.
Welcome to Sporty Shorty. But I just
No,
want to, I do want to congratulate Shador for landing
For
with the
sure.
Browns. I want to
Yeah.
congratulate Shiloh for landing with Tampa Bay. I want to
Yep, that was
congratulate
dope.
Jalen Milroe. Shout out to you, sir. They say you was best dressed at that combine in that draft. You know, I just want to congratulate all the guys, man. I'm excited to see it. I will be getting my Shador jersey as well. You
Yeah.
know, I I have got one more comment. Hold on, for Shador playing in one system since high school, declining bowl games, and the combine hurt him. You on Shador, ain't you, my boy? Y'all go ahead and answer it.
no, I'm
Um,
not gonna. I'm gonna speak on. I'll speak on Shador. I feel like since you watched him in the system in Jackson State, since Colorado, Jackson State wasn't that good. His dad came in. They came in there. They brought them to that's championship for Black College 2 years in a row.
Mhm.
Turned that around. Then then he get to Colorado. The big thing was, TCU defending champs. They talk so much trash about, oh, it's TCU, Colorado. Just Dion just happy to be there. Those guys probably don't put that many points. Then they drop 50 on them. Then it's like,
Mhm.
then they won 4 straight. So it's like, I thought he was just all about what division he was in. He FCS quarterback. Then he came in there and showed he could do the same thing at this level on a TCU. But then when he beat TCU, it became, well, everybody went to the league last year. It like changed the narrative. My
Goalpost.
thing, stop moving the goalposts. Stop
right.
moving the goalposts. Stop doing that. Just
Yeah.
stop moving the goalposts. Like Jesse Jackson said, he said, when you see when you get the rules in front of you, when you can see the goal is 10 foot tall and the football field is 100 foot long, then when you see the rules in front of you, you see who gonna perform. That's why I'm gonna put it like that. You see who really perform, who stands out, and that's a lot of times that's what's happening. They're pushing the goalposts because he's not the first quarterback. And they say he's arrogant, I guess, whatever that means.
Yeah.
But I remember Baker Mayfield throwing the flag on the 50-yard line. You know, Baker Mayfield doing that.
Yeah.
He on TV running from police and catching DUIs, but that's not a problem. He went first pick. But Shador, I guess, because he wore a diamond chain, I guess that's a problem.
And
But
was
all the
holding his
kids,
watch up.
yeah, but all the draftees had jury on, so I don't know what it was. You know, he just led college football at 78% of passing this year, completion rating. So
Man,
I
I'm
guess
just so glad.
that's not good.
I'm so glad that he got drafted and those other guys too, because if Wester, Jimmy Horn, and all those other guys don't go, it's an indictment on the whole program, and all them boys weren't gonna do nothing but just start jumping in the portal. I think, you know, Shador and those guys getting drafted was the best thing that could have happened to Colorado, even, you know, through the circumstances of him going 5th round. Could you imagine if he didn't get drafted at all? Like, that was looking like it was a real possibility. Like,
It's been a program killer.
Like
It's been a program killer.
Yeah.
Like this was something to kind of sabotage or just make up. I think Ryan Clark said it. He was saying in so many words, this was like an opportunity to show Deion and his family that they aren't bigger than the Shield. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, don't you ain't too much bigger than this organization. You got to know your place. That's just what it felt like.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, the world saw it, so it ain't like what people thought. The world saw it. Some people will defend it. Well, maybe 2nd round to be better, but then when they get the 5th round, you kind of looking at like, all right, we drafted quarterbacks that been injured 3 years in a row with season injuries and 27 years old and threw for 2,000 yards, but they better. So it's like, okay, we see. You kind of see what's going on. It's like we get the message, but the thing is, I'm sorry he didn't have a narrative that, you know, he had to work 5 jobs for his son to go to camp. I'm sorry that wasn't the narrative this year.
Right.
I'm sorry. His mom did clean floors for him to play football. I'm sorry that's not the narrative this year.
Right.
I'm sorry.
That's what, and that's all it is. The narrative looks different. That's a great point, bro. The narrative looks different. We don't have the
we don't have the violins out for you.
Exactly. We don't.
We got one more excuse. JSU recruited a lot of FSC transfers. No team in the SWAC could recruit with JSU. Mr. Keith, it sounds personal.
I mean, that's true, and you know, speaking as a Grambling alumni, we definitely did have a hard time keeping up, and that's what, and that whole Deion factor caused us to go out there and try to get Hugh Jackson, and it just didn't work for us. I get it, but I can't blame Shador and the systems that he came from for, you know, the reason why he didn't go, because the systems that he played in were pro style.
Yes.
And he did 100%. A lot. You know, he showed what he can do under duress. I'm talking about They got that one play that they've been showing all season long where he threw like a 70-yard bomb to Jimmy Horn, but he was like he was this close to being sacked. So he's standing tall in the pocket and just showing that he can take pressure. That's the kind of stuff you want to see on the next level.
Thank you.
So I don't know.
Thank you.
You got pro coaches. You got Warren Sharp is on your coaching staff. You know, Pat Strum is on your coaching staff. You got a whole pro style coaching staff from the O-line coach, D-line coach, cornerback coach. Everybody played in the NFL, so I guess you get NFL knowledge. So I don't know.
Right.
You know,
you can prepare for the
keep
next
pushing the
level.
goalposts. Yeah.
Once again.
But you saying no team in the SWAC could recruit with JSU, but when the Saban era came along, nobody could recruit with Saban. But hey, you know, what do I know? You know. So.
Yeah, right. That's a good point.
I mean, Nick Saban wanted, and Nick Saban wanted Shador Sanders too. He actually wanted Shador Sanders at Alabama. I'll put it like this: if Shador Sanders plays for Alabama this year, do Alabama go undefeated?
Absolutely.
you switch him and Milroe together. Do Alabama lose those games they could have lost?
Absolutely not.
Right.
I think Shador put them over the top.
Heavy, the teams had an issue with Deion more than Shador. Not that I do agree, Mr. Keith.
Yeah.
And I feel like I feel like that's because of Deion's image, and I feel like Deion's image and his aura, it bothers people. If you're not understanding or receiving,
to this day, that man had been playing such football. To this day,
if you're not understanding and receiving of his energy, knowing where it's channeled from. That man is from Fort Myers, Florida, and he made it from nothing. He turned himself into a brand. You know what I mean?
And let me say this. He is a GOAT. Is he not?
He is a GOAT.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Deion Sanders
Gold
is a GOAT
jacket.
at baseball and a GOAT at football. He was playing on Sundays, taking off, leaving, getting to World Series in the afternoons and going crazy. The man played for the Columbus Clippers. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a GOAT. So his image and his aura, it bothered a lot of people because he's still the same Deion aura-wise that he was back when he was prime time for real. You know what I mean? So if you can grow as a person and take what you did when you was prime time for real and expand it to the point where you got all these different leagues and you've taken all these different players and you pushed them up to the league and your kids are amazing, that's going to bother people. Oh, you put him in a sweat. Okay, he ain't going to do nothing. He at Jackson State. Yeah, right. Check mark. Oh, we're going to move him to Colorado. He ain't going to do nothing. They was just 2 and whatever year before that, 2-10. Just turn him around. Year one was a battle. Of course, that's growing pains in any situation. That's life. Second year, boom, dominate. You know what I mean? Come back heavy. Like, you have to give this man his respect. So, yes, unfortunately, Deion being the father of Shedeur, he had to take a little bit of whippings on the back for that because of his aura. You can't, but I love the aura. The aura is motivating. I don't care what nobody says. Like, what did Shiloh say to Shedeur when they were sitting outside in their backyard? Look around. You know what I'm saying? Look around. Look what Deion did. Like, you gotta respect that man. Like, he's a flat out athlete. He's producing athletes. Why do you think Travis Hunter went to Colorado? Why do you think he went to Jackson State to begin with? You know what I mean? Like,
players that win also too.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Right.
And I'm not comparing the SWAT recruiting versus Bama recruiting. What I'm saying is, with Saban, I mean, it's hard to recruit against Alabama during his era. Just like when JSU with Deion came in, it's hard to recruit. That's coaching. That's good coaching. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the conference. It doesn't matter the team. It just comes down to your point, coaching. So the comparison is neither here nor there. The comparison is elite coaches. They're not putting Deion and Nick Saban in commercials together for no reason. Let's call a spade a spade. I know it's a commercial.
Yeah, Travis Hunter come to Jackson State. He got Travis Hunter, and Travis Hunter became the highest bid. So to come from that conference, the SWAT, and then become a Heisman winner. So they let you know the skill set on the outside, them guys are balling.
And does he become a Heisman at Florida State? No, he does not.
At Jackson, no. If Travis Hunter goes to Florida State, he does not become a Heisman. I'll go as far as saying if Travis Hunter stays at Jackson State, the recruits that they would have foreseen the years that they weren't there, who knows what they would have seen? Who knows where they would have? They could have fell into the top 10. They could have They could have had a schedule. They could have changed the schedule. They could have did so much. Who knows? Could he have become the Heisman at Jackson State? I think possibly he could have.
I think
what I mean?
That's based off. But to come to Heisman at Colorado was amazing too. The team won one game. I mean, it won one game. So to get there and turn it around in 2 years, that says a lot. I mean, he brought the team back. I think. Like you said, it's more about they try to send a message more to his dad because he built a program. Because if you kind of see what he kind of did, he kind of showed a blueprint for other coaches. Shout out to Michael Vick, got Norfolk State job right now. Ed George at Tennessee State. Now he moved on to Bowling Green. And like you said, Hugh Jackson was at Grambling. So you saw that coaches, Reggie Barlow. So you saw that he ran a blueprint to show coaches you can still be a good coach and still help your people, but still also get to another level as well. It's another way of getting there. And you still producing great athletes. Because if Deion's in your living room, your mama gonna know who he is, and you gonna know who it is. Your parents get excited when they talk to Deion. People still get excited talking to Deion, talking about Deion. I mean, he's in your living room. You be like, mama, like, oh, he did a high step back in the day. Now she sold on him. So now you gotta go to them.
Mama got
your mom and dad your mom and dad already sold on them. So they know, I think they know by his players going so low in the draft, like should have gone fifth. Some of the other players not going as high as like they're trying to like don't kill somebody program. Like the kids want to see his kids go to the NFL, I think because that's what helps recruiting as well. That hey, I sent these guys to the NFL first, second round, third round. Nobody want to come to the school if you're not sending them to the league. That's why they there anyway. So that's that it's a lot of messages that was sent in that draft that we really saw.
Yeah.
And if we're gonna be honest, if I would love to add, Colorado is gonna be even more scarier this year. Like I don't know if anybody remembers that. Like the Colorado era is just beginning. Like the Deion effect this is where it's really beginning. It's post Shedeur. We already knew what he was gonna do with Shedeur. We he had Travis, he had Shedeur. We know them boys can ball. regardless of what the world may say. This now it's gonna be scary because the recruits he has coming in, he's really bagging them now. And let's see what Keith said.
He said he
If
wouldn't have been the Heisman
Heisman
at JSU if Manere couldn't, then Travis wouldn't. Shador would have been drafted higher if he hired an agent instead of let Deion be his advisor.
And look, and that's crazy though. Even if that statement is true, that's crazy. That's the difference between the NFL and the way the NBA going right now. You see these NBA guys, they're not getting agents right now. They being their own agents, and they're still reaping the benefits and everything like that. Endorsements, where they're getting drafted and all that type of stuff. In the NFL, they just have this system in place where it's like, you're gonna do it this way because we say so, and that's not right. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter that his daddy was his advisor. His daddy is one of the greatest NFL players.
Exactly. Why you an advisor when somebody works in the same industry? I mean,
Come on.
he played football. He just played football. He dominated the sport. He understands the business side of it by making money with commercials, and he played the media side of it as well. So he commentated on the game as well. So he knows the whole 360 of the NFL. So why need an agent when you already know the game?
Why?
Right.
He already know he know the splits on the cost. You forget he played for the Yankees while at Florida State. Like, let's just
come on now.
Let's not. Why you do the advisor when you got it right here in your face? Why go pay? Why give your 10% to somebody when you get it for free? I'm sorry, I'm gonna pay my 10%. Like, come on, man.
Come on now. That made no sense.
Cool on you,
you're walking away. You're walking away from one of the greatest athletes. I mean, like that's one of the greatest athletes that you're walking away from. And yeah, they do operate differently, but you're still walking away from one of the greatest athletes to not suck up all that knowledge. Like, no, like, come on now, it's prime time. Like, this is Deion Sanders we're talking about here, y'all. We cannot discredit this man like he's not one of the greatest athletes. Playing baseball and football at the same time, like, come
and music videos.
Come on. He wasn't out here just.
When it comes to getting the money for your child, that might be the best person to talk to him. But by getting commercials and everything, I mean, I think if Travis Hunter go to Florida State, say he went to Auburn, if he went to Utah, if he went to USC, he don't get to play both ways.
Nope.
No.
He don't get to play both ways. Let's just be honest. He don't get to play both ways.
No.
But when you got a coach that understands how to play, when you play both ways, how the mindset of another dog that you see it in him, you know how to talk his language.
That's real.
A lot of coaches, they can coach X and O's, but are they also coach X and O's and also played at the high level at the same time? They haven't played the high level at the same time with that.
Right.
So,
bro. Thank you, bro.
I think that's a big thing to me.
I think Black Jack hit it on the head that time. So any rebuttal you got, it's over with.
Thank you.
I'm happy for all the draftees in the draft. I'm happy to see the excitement next year. I'm happy to see the Baltimore Ravens win the championship. I'm happy
about your 2 jerseys.
You said what now?
I said, everybody get your 2 jerseys. Get your door.
Yeah, I got them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be watch the Browns games. I'm gonna watch all the games. So, I'm just excited to see everybody. Like I said, and all those guys. Congratulations to you. And I do want to say hey to my.
If they want to say hey, they say hey.
Y'all, that is my niece and nephew, my favorite people in the world.
All right.
They gonna get.
They want to say hey. They want to say hey so bad. They want to say something.
That's my nephew. He gonna be the 2040 draft pick.
There you go.
Yeah, claiming that.
Yeah. We pushing basketball now.
I'm reading this last comment before I wrap it up. It's what he did in his playing career has nothing to do with his coaching and advising career. We've had plenty of coaches that had great coaches, but were terrible at coaching and advising. Michael Jordan sucked as an executive.
But where did Deion prove that he was sucking? I mean, he been winning. The game plan been kind of.
We're not talking about Michael Jordan, man. We're not talking
about Jordan. We're not talking about basketball, man.
What happened? Like, what happened to A to B? Like,
what? Goal in the NBA win.
So what I said before, you can't erase what we were. That's exactly my argument. You can't erase what Deion was. What he did in his playing career, 1,000% is affecting what he's doing right now. That's why it's the prime time effect. What are we talking about here? You act like this man just woke up one day and said, "I know how to coach." The man's got a resume like no other. Come on, y'all. Like
He's been
once again,
coaching
like I
high school
said,
kids, junior high kids. He's been coaching for a while. I
the
mean,
man
the
had his own
Dion that we
program.
see, that's the real Dion. The prime time is the character, but who
Come
we see, the
on.
dad, the coaching,
Come
that's really
on.
Dion for real. He's coaching, going
Yeah.
fishing and stuff. That's what he likes to do
That's
for real.
him.
The
Now,
prime time is the character that
This
y'all
money
love.
right
now I'll
here.
100%.
say this: if he's going from the angle, that maybe Dion
Are you
represents
mad?
Shador.
Are you mad? I'm sorry,
Like
Leon.
this is
But
crazy.
if he's going from the angle that maybe Dion didn't prepare him from the draft process, maybe like an Asian would, I don't know, because they had to. I hate these anonymous reports, but they had the assistant coach
Ooh,
saying
yes.
that he was so horrible when they interviewed. But you know how many players that don't interview well, maybe fail the Wonderlic test and all those other things. Man, we talking about what's showing up on his tape and on his field that's gonna show me that he ready to, to play in the league. Like
100%.
that interview shouldn't have been anything that warranted him dropping all the way to the 5th round. I just don't see it. I don't care if I represented him. He shouldn't have been dropping to the 5th round.
And the big piggyback what you said, if you're anonymous, say it with your chest.
Say it
Don't
with
be
your
a
chest.
turtle. Don't say it to hide, go back in the shell. I respect Stephen A. Smith and Charles Barkley and Kendrick Perkins, a lot of guys at ESPN, because these they do critique a player, they name attached to it. So
Yeah.
their name attached to it. Don't say something and hide your hand like, well, he can't do this and hide. That's not cool.
What
Say it with
Monique
your chest.
said, if you got to do that, keep it on the playground.
Yeah, if you will be scared, say it. So at least so somebody can address it. So you can don't be scared. It don't be that's to me that's being a coward. Don't be scared. If I say blackjack for the Wyoming Wildcats thing Shador can't pass, at least I put my name on it. But don't be
Right.
scared. Don't sit here and hide your hand. If you go, don't be anonymous. Say it with your chest. Go ahead and say because it's BS. So let's not do that. You don't mess around and get 4,000 yards because you just throwing dunk passes. That don't happen. It don't happen. You don't throw 10-yard passes all game and get 4,000 yards. That's something that just don't happen. So
Yeah.
But we ain't gonna put too much energy into this, Mr. Keith.
exactly.
We appreciate,
No. We can't let nobody else shine either. We gonna let nobody else shine.
yeah, we appreciate Dion and everything that he does. We appreciate all the teams for everything they do. Excited for it, you know what I'm saying? We love everybody. We over here,
Yes.
we gonna call it how we see it.
Man, the Celtics
Probably
trying
all
to lose this game.
Shout out to all the Celtics fans. Smiley said y'all going down with the Cavaliers. But my final question for this episode, I gotta see what the score is, Mo.
Man, it's 91-91, 4 minutes left. They was up 9 like 3 minutes ago. They trying to get Orlando to come back into this thing.
My last question to Blackjack and all the Laker fans out there: if Steph Curry wins this ring this year, does he pass LeBron James? Is he better than LeBron James?
Is he better than LeBron James? Well, the conversation about eras would change up. The conversation about who era it was would change. I feel like the conversation about who era it was because somebody took somebody else's era away from them. I'll put it like that. Somebody got somebody else on your era. Somebody got more rings in your era.
Man, look.
So I think what Blackjack is referring to is that LeBron. So what I think Blackjack is referring to is that LeBron stole the early 2000 era from somebody when he really should be 2010 and on. I think that's where Blackjack is going with it. Am I right? Am I right with that?
You better say it with your chest.
Because that's the argument that I hear a lot. That's the argument I hear a lot. I hear the argument LeBron didn't dominate.
Right now, 2 people got 4 rings right now. That's all I'm saying. 2 people got 4 rings. Somebody might get 5 rings.
I don't have a problem with that, man. It's a team sport, and it's hard to win championships. It's a lot of factors that go into it. But if we talking about is he better, like, man, come on.
No, I ain't gonna say better. Like physical wise, I ain't gonna say better.
But even to this whole narrative about where he may rank all time after this, if he gets the 5th ring, how can you pass LeBron when for 3 of your rings you wasn't even the best person on the team? It don't make sense. It don't make sense.
He always was the best person on the team.
The best person on the team.
For 2 of them, for sure, it was Kevin Durant. For 2 of them,
no, it wasn't.
He was a great player. Steph did put up 30.
No,
Steph still put up 30. Don't do like Steph didn't put
Yeah,
up
look,
30.
don't act like KD
I'm not
came
saying he didn't put up 30, just like Kyrie put up 30, but LeBron was the best player. Look, let's go back. Let's rewind a little bit. I'm gonna do a little brief history lesson. All right. When Golden State beat Cleveland the first time, the only reason why they beat them is because Kevin Love and Kyrie got hurt. So the
Thank
next
you.
year,
Thank
LeBron and
you.
them put it on their tail
You can't
and
do no
win.
ifs and
And
sorts.
then all of a sudden, they have to go to the Hamptons to recruit KD because they knew what they had wasn't enough. Now,
Thank
KD wins 2 Finals MVPs on that team. Was the sole
Thank you.
reason with those daggers and those major clutch shots
Mhm.
why they end up winning that series. Man, Steph can't be the greatest if he didn't, man. And Andre Iguodala got one of them.
I ain't gonna say the greatest. We're gonna say the
Come on,
greatest,
man.
but
He the greatest.
Steph,
He
but
said
did Steph change the game?
LeBron.
What about this? Did Steph
He
change the
can't pass
game?
LeBron.
Did Steph change the game? Did Steph change the game how we look at basketball right now with the 3-point line? Did he change the game?
For sure.
Yeah,
Did he
but
change the game? That's one thing. That's a fact about being great. He did change the game. He have 33 wins.
You know what? And then that same
I
season,
answer
didn't he
yes.
lose 3-1?
He had 33 wins.
But
He
lost
changed the way we look at basketball from the 3-point line.
Came back on him.
Hold on, Mo. Hold on now. Let me ask you this. Stephen Curry didn't call KD. Draymond got in that car and cried and called KD. Not Stephen Curry. Because
On
Stephen
3
Curry
ways.
got
I'm not liking him.
Stephen Curry got a championship for KD. Was
Hey,
up.
they was like us right
Yeah.
now with the 4 screens. It was Draymond, it was Clay, it was KD, it was Steph. They were set up just like us.
Listen,
That's all I'm saying.
Lies
That's
you
all
tell,
I'm saying.
sir.
That's
what
all I'm
He wasn't in
saying.
the top.
That was
I'm just saying,
that
a
was
man
a, that
changed.
was a group.
Everybody
Oh,
run to a
yeah.
3-point line for a reason, shoot threes on the fast break because
For
of
better or for
somebody.
worse, you're right. For better or for
Somebody
worse.
got 73 wins in this era. Somebody win percentage in the finals. It's also over 500 as well.
That's dope.
Somebody else in this
That's
conversation,
dope.
he
So when you measure-
handling the business right now. You still build your team around him right now.
That's dope.
I mean, just
But
saying.
when you measure the greatness, you got the fact of the whole scope. And the biggest knock to him for me is gonna be the fact that he didn't win the finals. What team did LeBron win a championship on that he wasn't the best player?
Thank you.
That he-
Just because you win the finals MVP don't mean you was still the best player on the
So
team.
KD, hold on, are you talking about that year like 2020? You said
Like LeBron James, when LeBron James lost to Golden State, Andre Iguodala won the Finals MVP. LeBron averaged 30-some points that series.
yeah.
How are you the best player and you just got in the way? You just had to guard him. No, I mean you the best because y'all won overall. LeBron still dropped you off for third of the game. That makes you the fight because you another small forward that had to guard him.
True,
No.
but when we talk about nostalgia and we add this stuff up, we always look at these accolades and these awards. And Finals MVP is one that they throw out there. That's one that they throw out
You're
there.
right. You're right. But sometimes the Finals MVP can go. A lot of people can win Finals MVP. It's like MVP in the Super Bowl. Like that's one game you went off, bro. But the whole season you wasn't carrying us.
You 100% right, but just consider this, and then I'm gonna pass it. I'm gonna pass the mic. I'm gonna pass the ball.
I got you.
Just consider
Okay.
this: if Kyrie would have been Finals MVP for 2016, what would they have done for LeBron's supposed legacy, GOAT case, and all those type of things? How would people be really looking at him if he was the one that had another teammate to win that award instead of him? Like, tell the truth.
Factor.
Me personally, I don't think it would have changed anything because I can't tell you all the final MVPs. I couldn't even tell. I know LeBron's the chair. I couldn't even tell you all the final MVPs for off the team. So I wouldn't even think about it like that because after they name it, I mean, after 2 weeks, nobody remember who the finals MVP was. More the MVP that season, but the finals MVP is like you just I don't know if it would have. I don't think it would have hurt the legacy. I don't think that would hurt LeBron's legacy if Kyrie would have won it.
Shit, man, they be looking. They hurt the legacy just by talking about the shot. When they mention the shot, like
I mean, that shot was a great shot. I mean, he went back to YMCA behind the back, crossover, and dropped Curry off. He did it.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna take it away from LeBron for that. I mean, that was Kyrie done for. I mean, Kyrie is. You know what Kyrie do.
You got good sense. You might not, but most people with the biases and all that kind of stuff, that's what they do.
Between Kyrie, AD, who would better complete the Lakers roster as of now?
AD,
Hey,
if they still get to have Luke on,
AD.
AD.
Well, you gave him to the Mavericks, so move on. I don't want to hear it.
All I'm saying,
just saying.
hey, all I'm
wish you
saying
coulda
is you could bring Kyrie over and shift everybody down. I'm going with Kyrie.
You going Kyrie? I'm only saying
more-
AD
he's
because
more-
of. I'm saying AD because of the
everybody down.
size factor, and then the presence in the paint. But you got to
The
worry
best
about
ability
him.
is availability.
You got to worry about that. Got to worry about
Wait,
that.
was that a stab at my Mavericks?
The
Listen,
best of it. Hey, look, the Mavs was what? Hey, never mind.
we got one highlight with AD. He went down. Like time we got him. So I mean,
He did good. He did good to play in games though.
He did.
he got busted in the head.
He showed up.
And then Nico hit him with a.
That man said, I didn't know how important Luka was.
Did you
take
not do your
Luka
did like
off the team last year? We don't go nowhere.
You gotta stop talking. He gotta stop talking.
Yeah,
at
he
one
got to
point.
stay in the back. He got to
Just stop talking, bro. Just stop.
Jeez Louise.
I'm like this.
I ain't know.
You better go
I
crazy
ain't
in
know
the
how
draft
you
and off season. You better go crazy in free agency. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey,
I promise.
hey, I'm telling y'all right now. Nico applied for that job on Indeed. He didn't know what he was getting himself into. I'm telling y'all right now.
Should have
He
gave
applied
it.
that job on Indeed.
But to piggyback off what Coach Mo said about the Lexi, I feel like it comes down to this. LeBron beat Curry down 3-1. That's the deciding factor for me. That series right there determines is Curry better than LeBron. LeBron walked him down 3-1. So for me, LeBron has that edge. So I'm taking LeBron over Curry, even with the 5th ring.
I'm being non-biased. I'm taking LeBron just because, to your point, Sporty, that definitely was a deciding factor. That entire series was amazing. Game 4 was probably my favorite game besides Game 7 when him and Kyrie both went for 41 apiece. That was literally the greatest basketball performance I've ever witnessed with my own 2 eyes.
Yeah, that was
And
dope.
just outside of being a diehard LeBron fan, LeBron's longevity has separated him from a lot of people. And I'm not talking about accolades. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about his ability to play at a high level for 22 plus years. That is remarkable. We've never seen it before. Michael Jordan didn't do it. Michael Jordan didn't try to do it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he couldn't do it, but he didn't. We've seen how his career panned out. The way that LeBron James has preserved his body is absolutely amazing. His dominance on every team he's been on has been incredible. I mean, you got it. You can't even put LeBron. You could put LeBron and Curry in an argument as far as dominating in their eras or their generations or however you want to call it.
I think that's the best argument to have right now. That's what I'm more based off just their era.
Yeah, their eras, but I don't think you can compare the two because LeBron is here, Curry is here. And some aspects of the game, they're both
it's
here.
more the era, more or less than that.
LeBron's ability to dominate, Curry's ability to shoot, both here. Both of their ability to take control of the game, both here. Them both being great leaders, both here. But when it comes to all around, LeBron is here, Curry's here. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't say that you can't. I mean, can Curry control the game on offense and defense?
Well, people would say he's the best point guard. I have Magic, but people argue that he's the best point guard.
I still got Magic too.
Magic is still the best point guard to touch basketball.
But 100%. Being number 2 ain't bad.
No, being number 2 is not bad. Not behind Magic. Not behind Magic. It ain't.
Gap like this when you know
I'm saying
point guard ever.
I'm just saying him and LeBron. Like you're taking a point guard. You're taking a sharpshooting point guard versus an all-around player, and you're comparing the two.
Sharpshooting point guard with 4 rings.
But see that to your point about the 4 rings. I think
it was a man on his team, and he never was the second fiddle on his team either.
Two of them
second fiddle.
When you had these conversations, you got to say Steph Curry and the Warriors because of what they did as an organization. I'm just saying for me, I think that the dominance is the organization as a whole. When you're looking at the total resume, you know what I'm saying? You got to go LeBron. And then to this thing right here, I'm just going to ask y'all this question. At any point, has Steph ever been considered to be the best player in the league? Not best shooter, but the best overall player. Has anybody said out of their mouth, Steph is the best player in the league right now?
No.
No point in his career.
No.
So for that not to be the case, that kind of takes that kind of bring you down a step if you're talking about ranking you on that Mount Rushmore. He's on the Mount Rushmore for point guards, hands down. But I don't think he can get on it for top players because he hadn't done something. He hadn't done enough.
So
He
Tyreek
don't
said,
have that under his resume.
So him winning is not really a factor to you guys.
right. Tyreek
It's
said
a
10
factor,
straight
but he
final
didn't win by
appearances.
himself.
10
He
straight
didn't win
final
He
by
didn't do it
appearances
by.
mean nothing if you don't win all 10.
Let's argue the
Yeah,
fact that
I
if
kind of hate
KD
when
is
people
not
say
under.
the 10 straight finals thing. How many
Right.
times you went there? If I go to, it's like if you go to a club as men and you talk to 10 women, but you only get two of their numbers, or you get nobody number, but they entertained and bought drinks all night. That was fun. Did you get anybody number while you was there? Like,
The
okay, I went
ability,
10 straight finals. You
Uh,
have to you got to come with some hardware. I mean, do something.
the
This is, I
he
went 10 times. Okay, bro, that was
he
cool.
got
That was fun. Come on,
he's
y'all.
about he's about
You gotta
40%.
get something. Like you gotta
He's
get
40
something. Like
You have to win the
making it
finals.
to
you
exactly.
gotta
That's
Winning the
easy.
win.
But
finals
Winning
doesn't
plays
making
a
mean
factor,
nothing.
but
it
bro.
means
Like
something. It's not easy.
making it mean something. You can't tell me that going
What
to the
does it
finals for a
mean? It
decade.
only
okay,
means that
we
you
He
celebrate
went to the
second place. Let's celebrate
he
second
gave his
place.
Listen,
but guess what
if it
though?
didn't mean anything,
But guess what though? Y'all are only saying that because he made it to the finals. You wouldn't say it if he didn't make it to the finals. You're only
exactly.
saying he didn't win anything because he made it to the finals. He
He
went to the
made it
finals
there.
10 times. He gave himself 10 chances to win the finals.
no,
Y'all
he
wouldn't be
didn't.
you
saying he didn't win
making
nothing.
it worse.
He
Right.
No,
He
but
didn't
listen,
win.
no, that's not. He made it 10 to go to the finals 10
Close
times
the
in a row.
deal.
think about it this way.
That's
Think about it
the
this way.
point. The point of making it to the finals is to give
Exactly.
yourself a
That's
chance
the
to
whole
win.
point.
But he didn't win.
He
Yeah.
He
That's
didn't
he
fine.
win.
You
still
know how many
made.
people don't win? So here's the thing. He went 10 times. He didn't win them all, right? Okay,
Right.
fine. It's a lot of people that didn't go at all. You know what I'm
And
saying? And
they
I
in the
think that's
same boat.
worse.
They didn't win.
No, but you're not talking
I
about them
think it's
now.
worse
You're
to
not
not
talking
go at
about them.
all.
Why we not?
Yeah,
But I'm saying, but the thing is,
Okay.
we're
when we
not.
got to talk, when we start comparing, only brought it get brings up because when you comparing great players like a Curry, you comparing people like a Bron, you comparing people like MJ, you comparing these guys. Yes, everything they do attribute wise, they got superpowers. Curry's superpowers, he's one of the long range jumper, sharpshooter. That's his superpower. LeBron's superpower has the court vision as a point guard, but has a physical body as a big man. That's his superpower. He's an all around chemistry lab best player. But everybody they superpowers. So when you put all these superpowers together, hey, some got to bring you down. I mean, no Curry not gonna get 20 rebounds a game or 10 rebounds. That's not his game. He's a perimeter guy.
Yeah.
But he let your point guard and your shooting guard have. He give them fits. Curry give them guys fits. You can't tell me he don't. He give
He
any guard in
does.
the league
But
fits.
he get
He
them
give them
too because
fits.
he can't guard nobody.
That's fine. But he ain't gotta shut you down, but you gotta worry how to drop you 30 and 30 no points, he at least get you six threes.
But that's the
I mean,
thing.
Curry gonna run by himself. It just he hit three straight. That's I mean, we just saying that's 9 points by himself, and he hit three straight threes, and you
And,
miss.
and that's
You remember
phenomenal.
the Golden State run when they go on that first run? Once they hit you with that Wayne train, you know what happened after that. It was like you know how it went. Once they hit you with that haymaker, they start hitting you with them threes and waves. It got out of hand where everybody had to change their style to play like him. The league start changing their teams where we have to get 3-and-D guys. We go to fast break, he run to the corner because of Curry.
Mm-hmm.
He changed
Yeah.
that. That's a game
He
changer.
did. That's
He
fact.
changed how basketball
That's
get
fact.
played.
So,
Look at AAU basketball. Look at high school. Everybody shoot threes now. Everybody step back at threes.
Mm-hmm.
but you
The
know what?
superpower is not to go above the
On
rim. That wasn't the superpower.
that's also, you know what I'm saying, the negative side of the coin too, because teams and personnel are doing these things, but they don't shoot it like him. They don't have his talent. They don't have his work
They
ethic.
don't.
They're lunching on these doggone strings and playing bad basketball. So it's like a gift and a curse at the same time when you talk about him, because they're emulating something that they're not able to reach. You know what I'm saying? You know,
But
And
that's
they
like
want to be
what
look at
copycat,
Trae
but that's
Young.
their lack of basketball knowledge. That's their lack of basketball
Look,
knowledge, and not to adapt to what they team special powers is. But when you
yeah,
have a superpower like a Steph Curry, I mean, they just got around it. I mean, yeah, he's not gonna give you no, he's not giving you 12 rebounds like LeBron. No, might not give you like 10 assists and all that. But he has a special power that he did change the game where he can stop from 40. When you get past half court, you get nervous. It's
oh
like
yeah,
it can
You
facts,
happen.
gotta go.
facts.
We
And
saw the
look,
Olympics. Two people was on him. He still shot three on everybody with two people on in the Olympics.
and
I mean,
look,
he put it like he do that. I mean, he does it. I mean,
that ain't to take nothing away from him. He is one of the GOATs. But you know what? That go back to what we were talking about when we had this whole Jordan and LeBron debate, when we had that one. it's to the point now where it's really, really hard to just say who's the de facto best player. It's too many factors. Like, I can't really take nothing away from Steph because of the things that you're saying. You know, it gets to a point where you just got to nitpick, and it gets down to like preference. Who do you like more?
Right,
for whatever
right.
reason?
Mhm.
Yep.
And that's with every era. That's why I said I really compare Steph and LeBron and just their era. I don't compare them to like the greatest, that great all time and all that list to go with them. I'm just it's just to pick at what they kind of link to each other because of the championships and everything else.
Mhm.
And it just would be it would be good for conversation if one of them do surpass the other when it comes to that ring talk. Because it comes down to winning at the end of the day. Because Curry get that fifth one, Curry might come to you like, well, you know.
But
I
here's
mean,
the thing about that.
Tim Duncan, and Kobe can argue, but both of them had five. Tim didn't
You
get
know what
six.
the
He got five,
interesting
just
thing
like
about that?
Kobe got five.
I'm glad you brought them up. So that's the thing. All right. If he gets 5, where does he really rank all time? Because right now at 4, a lot of people still consider LeBron to be better than guys that have more rings than him.
Right, exactly. That was
So
about to be my point.
that's where it get tricky.
Yeah,
Top
that
10.
puts Curry. I feel like I just don't compare Curry and LeBron. Like I know they that was
No,
a good
you can't. It's
finals
hard.
little. That was a good
It's hard
little
to compare
finals
them.
battle. Like I feel like it's going outside of that little finals little stretch they had. It lives within that. They had a nice little finals battle. It was a nice little run. But that battle, that little rivalry doesn't go outside of that. Like if Curry wins 6 rings, 7 rings, it makes him the GOAT in his own right. Like he's in his own lane. Like Curry has created something for himself. And to compare him with LeBron, it's like we were comparing him to Jordan. Now, okay, everybody's got tired of that argument. Okay, well, let's find something else to attach LeBron to. Okay, let's go attach him to Curry. Like, just let LeBron just let him be the GOAT. You know, let Curry be the GOAT and let LeBron be the
Yep,
GOAT in their own separate
you can do
rights. You know what I
that.
mean? By
No,
time
I'm
by
saying
time Curry
they
came in
both
the
got their
league,
superpowers.
yeah, they do, right. Yeah, they do. Like LeBron was what in year 7, 8 by the time Curry came in the league, or somewhere around there, or like so like like that just speaks to Curry's dominance for
I
sure.
was
How
just
he's
gonna say that.
able,
Curry came in like
how
probably 4 years
he
after
closed.
LeBron. Came in like 4 years
Now
after,
he
I think.
yeah,
That's
so about 07, 08, you're right. Curry did close the gap. Let's talk about that. Now we talking about closing the gap. Curry closed the gap for sure,
yeah.
but I just
2009.
couldn't compare the two. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, about 6 years after. Okay, so yeah, but Curry closed the gap. He closed the gap for sure because the gap is definitely close.
Mhm.
So,
I
with
just
that
think
being said,
with the 5th ring, let's put some respect on Curry's name. Not like, you
Facts.
know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So we
yeah,
can
Yeah, y'all
debate.
put respect on it.
Yeah, you got to
yeah.
debate Magic and Curry all day,
Thank,
and
thank
you
you,
got to put
thank
respect
you,
on it. He's proven in
thank you,
every way.
thank you,
No,
thank
he
you.
did not beat that core team that they had. That's Curry's team that he was drafted to. It was no
100%
when
was.
KD came in. Yes, Tyreek said he cheated with KD. I don't think so. Draymond called
But
KD.
Curry never left. But
Never
Curry
left.
always they still built it around Curry.
Built
They
him
still
around
built it
Curry.
around Curry. They built that team for Curry. Every time they all built around Curry. And when KD left, he still stuck another one in there.
He
He
said Curry
did,
had
he did, he
he said
did, he
He got
did,
a
he
fourth one
did,
in without.
he
We got a
did,
fourth one
he
in without.
did,
He did. He
That was
stuck one
he
that
in
was
did,
without
amazing.
KD too.
he
He
did,
That
stuck
was
that fourth one
amazing.
in without
he
KD too.
did, he
So he
did,
showed
he
he's still
did,
his team. He
he
stuck
mm-hmm,
that
did.
last one in. We didn't see it coming, but he stuck that one in too. And he about to handle Houston right now. I'm
mm-hmm.
just saying.
Do y'all think Curry? Do y'all hold on, time out, because there's a comment that popped up. I just caught it late. Do y'all really think Curry was the second best shooter of? I mean, do y'all really think Klay Thompson's the best second shooter of all time? Like,
No.
but
Tyreek
He
said,
had a
but we,
strong case at
we
like,
one
don't
point.
know.
Not
like the
Reggie Miller,
second
Ray
best
Allen.
shooter?
Not Reggie Miller,
Like,
Ray Allen still out there. Not Reggie Miller, Ray Allen. No. Not with
At
them
one
two.
point, he had a
well,
strong case though, because he was doing some things like in quarters or whatever that was just
Oh yeah.
unbelievable. Like,
But now when you
yeah.
got Reggie and Ray Allen, no,
No.
I feel like no, I
but you know
can't put
what?
him in second
That
position.
goes to the nod that people give for being the star. A lot of times you got to be the main guy. Now, if Clay was doing those things independent of stuff like with his own team, then you had to respect it, because like if you're looking at the averages, man, Clay was averaging close to what Reggie Miller was averaging, and Reggie Miller was the main guy, but Clay was getting his 22 points a game just like Reggie was or whatnot.
Yeah,
Michael Jordan and
Mhm.
Ron Harper.
yeah. Yeah,
I don't know about that one. Raw.
Yeah.
What we saying about Ron Harper?
Ron had
Played a vital
game.
role, man.
He played a
He
role.
had game.
Oh, you playing a role? Yeah, you have role players that are excellent. Clay was more than a role player. He was a star on his team.
Clay was the
He was a big three. He built. Yeah, he was on that when they built the Golden State Warriors. It had Curry, Clay, and Draymond. That was the core of that team.
Right.
That's the core of the team. That's the core three. When they
And
figured out that we could build around these three.
Because he said he had the best backcourt.
Who had the best backcourt?
Isaiah Thomas.
Him and Joe Dumars.
Yeah, that's what he said.
They were live. They were live. They were. They got 2 chips.
Magic Johnson and Byron Scott. They can make an argument.
Yeah.
I mean, my dad.
Before Byron Scott, he had another guy. Another guy came with me. Got a guard when I was with him before.
Tony
before
Parker
Byron Scott. Ginobili came off the bench.
Yeah, Ginobili came off the bench though.
It was still 5.
They was.
Kobe Bryant, Derek Fisher.
Nah.
Nah.
Hey, I don't know. I'm just throwing them out there.
I mean, defense is the thing, but I'm not gonna do it like he's not. Defense ain't no Klay
That
Thompson.
would be over saucing Derek Fisher. He was vital. He did.
Yeah, he wasn't Klay Thompson. He was clutch. He was clutch. He was very clutch, but he's not Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson going for 30 points in a quarter by himself with 11 dribbles. That's that's different. That is different.
That's definitely.
Klay was a star. Him and Curry was a tandem. I mean, Klay's a star. He's a star.
Yeah.
Injury kind of threw that back.
He said Klay could drop 6 in his prime. The system was catered towards Steph.
The system was catered towards both of them. They were Splash Bros.
Yeah, it was Splash Brothers. So
they used to feed off each other. The system. If we're gonna be honest, the system really catered to Draymond because Draymond was really the centerpiece between both of them because Draymond would run point and he still does to this day. He'll run point in a second and then let Dre come or let Klay or somebody come off the handoff. He does it to this day. So really, Draymond really is the most vital piece of that puzzle. Why do you think Draymond's still there?
I'll say this because y'all know how I feel about Draymond. Draymond leaves Golden State. He's mediocre.
System for sure. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Put Draymond on Detroit right now.
Man,
they're young team and need that. They need that. I'm just saying, you put Draymond on Detroit right now. They might be. I'm just saying.
You put Draymond on Detroit or you put Draymond on Houston?
They're gonna be out just like they in there.
Put him on Memphis. Draymond your team need somebody to go Draymond.
Any gritty team, any team that got some athleticism that's gonna bully you around a little bit, just like how them two teams do. Draymond's gonna compliment either one of them teams. Draymond played bully ball. Yeah. That's all he know. He gonna compliment that, especially the Houston Rockets. They are so right. What, man? He gonna give him a. He got
a high IQ for basketball too. He has a high IQ for basketball.
You give him. He's a point forward. He can dribble the ball. He can move. He can set up these teams. You put him on Houston and let him run the point when he get the ball in transition on a fast break, and you got Jalen Green on one side and Thompson on another side, and you got Fred VanVleet trailing him. That's gonna be nasty. Like Draymond, he plays his role to a T. He's done it his entire career. Yeah. He's always sat back.
He's not a superstar, but he not play his role. Right?
He know, and he play it right. He always know. Okay, I'm gonna jump out right about now. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like he the person that's always picture ready. Like that's how I view Draymond. He always picture ready. Every time he do what he do it at the right time. So I think he would fit either one of them teams. I definitely do.
Shout out to the Celtics. They did pull it off.
Jason Tatum with the big 37.
Yeah.
But
what's that series?
I think it's 3-1. It's 3-1.
Okay.
But I ain't gonna lie though, that doggone Banchero is a dog, man. He coming.
That boy been averaging 30 the whole series. 30 plus the whole series.
He needs some help.
Let me just say
30 plus.
Memphis, y'all could have gave Dallas Mavericks that spot because y'all ain't do nothing but go down.
Man,
I'm sick of it. Dallas.
I ain't gonna lie. It probably the same thing with Dallas too. I ain't gonna lie. I think they swept any one of y'all. It would have been sweet.
We would have put up a gentleman's sweep now.
Do you think Memphis having these struggles right there? You think that was tied to them firing the coach? Right before the playoffs started.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Hey, Tyreek.
I think they sabotaged that team. They sabotaged that team right before the playoffs.
Tyreek.
Hey, look.
Hey,
Tyreek said they would have got the belt.
listen.
Said they would have got the belt.
I think Mavericks would have did a gentleman sweep. I'm not gonna lie.
I with my boy said they got that bill.
They would have got the belt. They would have got the belt.
Yeah.
They would have got the belt.
Shout out to
These-
AD.
I think it got out of hand.
Who is
True.
OKC waiting on? Who the winner? They waiting on?
They waiting on the
Wait,
winner
okay, so
of they waiting on the winner of Denver and the Clippers, right?
I think
Am
so,
right when I say
yeah.
that?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
so.
Yeah.
That series been going crazy too.
I'm about to
Kawhi
let y'all
Leonard is back. Kawhi Leonard like the old
Kawhi look
Kawhi.
real
Look like
good.
Toronto rep.
You do look good.
I got y'all right now. I'll let y'all
Really
know. Kawhi look like Toronto with Kawhi.
Yeah, he
real
looking
serious
like-
right now. He got his
James
legs.
Harden.
He got
James
his
Harden
legs,
look like
y'all.
who he should have been his whole career.
Yep.
The number 2.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
and James Harden and if you got James Harden versus SGA in them, that'll be nasty. I ain't gonna lie, that'll be a live playoff right there.
Yeah.
Because Kawhi Leonard can
yeah.
put some clamps on you. You know, Kawhi Leonard, he got the claw. He can put some clamps on you and score.
Yeah.
Yeah. OKC is awaiting the winner of Denver Clippers.
Ooh, that's gonna be nasty.
So let's real quick. I know we've been getting to it. Let's talk about next round predictions for the conference semifinals. I'm just gonna go through my predictions. So I think will be in the next round. I got Cleveland, and I got Indy. I got New York versus Boston.
Yeah.
OKC versus Denver, and I got Minnesota. And that last series, Rockets, Golden State. I can't call it.
Can't call it.
I can't call it. I can't call
Used to
it.
play them
That's what I
boys
got.
tough.
Yeah, I can't call it. That's a real good series.
Is
Even
Jimmy
that
Butler
Denver,
back yet?
yeah.
Huh.
That's going to be a deciding factor. But
Yeah,
that
if
series,
Jimmy Butler
and
come
Denver,
back, I'll ride with Golden State. Jimmy Butler get to come back.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
wrong
It's
with the
gonna be.
Bucks? What's
I
wrong
don't
with the Bucks?
know
The
Doc
Bucks
Rivers.
up here.
because they on right
Doc
now.
Rivers.
They on right
Doc
now.
I
Rivers.
want to know what's wrong with the Bucks.
Tell me.
Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers
Rivers.
is awful. Doc Rivers is the
And
most overrated
his
coach.
assistant coach?
I
Darwin
don't know.
Ham.
Oh, Bumpy.
Yes. Hey, I'm telling you right now, them
Give him
firing my
together.
boy. Man, look, them bringing in Doc Rivers was the worst thing they could have did. Doc Rivers' resume is about as filled up as a blank piece of paper. I'm trying to tell y'all.
And it's crazy.
His resume
still
is
got a
so
job
blank.
and Mike Malone gone.
I'm trying to understand that. Adrian Clark was, or not Adrian Clark, but
With no Doc Rivers.
come on now.
Yeah,
Doc
Dame
Rivers
is
is
missing
fucking-
too. Dame hurt, but I don't. Dame is gone, but I don't think he would have played a factor. Doc
No,
Rivers
it don't
not
play no factor.
in the playoffs.
I'm
Doc
telling you
Rivers
right
get
now.
real. He get out coached in the playoffs for some reason.
I'm
When
trying to
they
tell y'all,
say
he's a
I'm wilding
puppet.
out, shaky.
He's a
Yeah,
puppet.
yeah.
That's why he has a job. Because Doc Rivers does as these teams be saying. That's why he got a job. The only time he went against the grain was when they told him to trade his son, and he said no. Outside of that, Doc Rivers do what these teams be saying. Why do you think he keep a job? This man won one championship, 2008. He ain't did nothing since. I don't even think
He
he's
the
won a
same thing with
playoff.
T-Mac. It go back to Orlando Magic with T-Mac. He couldn't get it done. It was like, bro,
Yeah.
this is
You
not
ain't got-
something that's new to him. You been
just not
getting whooped
working.
in the first round.
Your
Not a playoff
strategy
coach.
is not working.
That's
and it's
what
showing
made me
right
think
now.
that Mike Malone firing was about something else, man. Like you look at Doc
Yeah.
Rivers still having a team, and you got
Come
Mike
on.
Malone who just won a couple years ago, the only championship y'all got in y'all franchise, and y'all couldn't do no better than just see
Come
the
on.
season out and maybe give him a front office job. It had to be
Come
some
on.
personal stuff going on for them to fire.
Just like
him.
Memphis. Memphis the same way with his coach. I think I got personal with that. That was
Yeah,
personal.
it did.
Because the man had
Yeah.
40-something wins, he was well over 500. Like, when you
Right.
fire a coach that's well over 500 and you like a 2 seed, y'all got something else going on.
Yeah,
It's
it's something
something- it's
personal.
internal.
Just like when they fired Adrian, I can't remember his last name, from the Bucks and brought in Doc Rivers. They was the best team in the East at that point in time. They was rolling. They was cooking.
Yeah.
They brought Doc Rivers in and they went 7 for 12 after that. Like, what are y'all doing? The next
Right.
20 games,
Yeah.
they'll go 7 for 12 after y'all bring Doc Rivers in. That just is no. I get it's a business, but some of these teams be knowing, like, okay, we don't want to win an NBA championship. By making this move,
I
we know
believe
we're
it.
not going to win. They know,
I
like, we
believe it.
know we're not going to win. Like, and when these teams bring in Doc Rivers, they know they're not going to win. It's something else that he's doing that these teams like, which is being a puppet. Okay, we got somebody that's going to control the team, but we really going to control the team, and he ain't going to push back. Why do you think Mark Jackson ain't got a job? because Mark Jackson gonna speak his voice. He gonna use his voice. He's not gonna let y'all. That's his team. Doc Rivers let these organizations do what they want to do. That's why he'll never win.
Yeah, that's real.
That's why he'll win.
I
feel like Stephen A. Smith right now.
I tell you what,
Like,
ain't nobody top that 12 o'clock Mavericks trade. I tell you what, I ain't never seen nothing like it in my life.
Yeah, that was
I've
crazy.
never seen nothing like it in my life. I
But
swear to God, you ain't lying.
I can't speak on the next series until I see the Timberwolves and Lakers. I
Okay.
always go with the series I got because I have to see the momentum. I have to see what's going on, like Houston and them. I got to see the momentum coming into the next game, and I could care less about the East because I feel like that is so different from the West. And I would never choose an Eastern team over a Western team. That's just me because I feel like the competition is hard on the West. But you know, I'm just here a spectator. My Mavericks out, so
Yeah, I can't make a prediction neither. Well, you know, for the whole thing, I can say who I want to see or who I think will make it in
right.
the end. I think the Nuggets gonna hit a switch just because they had the personnel to do it. I think the Nuggets experience gonna carry them all the way to the Western Conference Finals. And you know they'll be playing whoever wins. You know, I'm guessing probably the Warriors. Yeah, Nuggets Warriors. So I'm gonna get the nod to the Nuggets. And then on the West, on the East, I think it's gonna come down to Cleveland and Boston. I think New York are pretenders. I really do. And the only reason why they up right now is because of Detroit's lack of experience. Detroit gave away 3 games.
100% did.
I got a comment, but I can't show it. I'm gonna edit it. But somebody said, "Where is the people comparing Ant to Jordan?"
I'm not getting into that.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
I understand.
I'm good on that one.
It's been a great episode, y'all. You know.
I listen. We here to talk
You can't eat
about.
off my plate, son.
Yeah.
Some people trying to eat over here. We can't eat. Everybody can't eat, man.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, I'm excited to see this series. They've been great series, so I'm excited to see these play out, and I'm excited to see this Laker run. Like you said,
I think LeBron got. If anybody can do it, LeBron can do it, man.
All dogs go to heaven. Lakers in 7. Smiley,
All
you
dogs go to heaven.
I just want to see good basketball, but I got my finals prediction. I give y'all this if y'all want something. My final prediction is Cavs, OKC, Cavs in 6.
Coach
We just want to see Cavs on TV, okay? We just want to see. I don't see y'all on TV. That would be fine.
Hey, look. Let bro tell it. Our theme song is "Turn the TV Off" by Kendrick Lamar because that's what y'all do when we come on TV. Y'all turn it off. I get it.
I give you that.
Never on, Smiley. We're never on.
I'm gonna leave y'all with this one. I'm gonna say this. You know how people always give D-Wade credit for teaching LeBron how to win? Now people say that if the Cavs end up winning it, indirectly they owe that to LeBron because he taught Dan Gilbert how to spend money and how to go out there and run an organization how he should. To go out there and get the players you need to compete.
That boy did a yoga stretch. He did a yoga stretch.
He taught Dan Gilbert how to run a doggone organization.
Hey, Dan Gilbert did spend money after LeBron left. He did start spending money. They did start looking different. He did start spending money. I give you that one.
But yeah, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in, man. We got 200 views right now, man. We rolling. We doing all we can, man. I appreciate my team, Coach Mo, Smiley, Blackjack. Y'all know how we come each and every week with the hot topics, man. Laker fans, anybody fans, Maverick fan, we love y'all. Shador, we love you too. Keep your head up.
2.
Without further ado, legendary. And
legendary.
Go Mavs and roll Tide. Peace.
Y'all take it easy.
Take care, world.